During an election like no other, I'm in front of Blair High School to talk to voters and student activists who want to make their voice heard.
For how this country works, I mean, just to be able to put your ballot into that box just makes it a great feeling.
Election Day. It's an American tradition that isn't officially a holiday, but certainly feels like one.
It's just exciting to participate in our policies are going forward, and this is the best way we can do that.
At Blair, which is one of the county's 39 voting centers, masks, gloves, and signs urging people to keep their distance are reminders that this election day is anything but normal. Voters say that COVID-19 and a vicious campaign cycle have created a sense of urgency not present in past elections.
There's a lot of stuff going on in our country, and so you need to make sure that you come out here and exercise your rights.
It definitely feels like we're on the edge of something very big.
What about those that want to get involved but aren't old enough to vote? Well, Blair seniors Judy, Will, and Abney have you covered.
It's empowering. I like to know that I'm doing my civic duty.
They're just a few of the many campaign volunteers making last-second pitches to voters.
Hi, thank you so much for coming out today.
They believe that any type of involvement, no matter how big or small, can make the difference.
I think our generation is going to end up being one of those really politically active generations. We're having our voices heard. And when we get to the polls and we're able to vote and we're able to volunteer, that's only going to amplify.
It's also a sentiment shared by many of the voters I talked to. Even though Maryland is a deep blue state, they're not taking their rights for granted.
I got a little misty-eyed in there just because, it's obviously a very important election, a very controversial election, and being a woman of color, people have worked really hard so that my people and people like me can vote.
Despite fears of COVID-19, there's been a steady stream of voters all day. At Blair High School, Hunter Walterman, BNC News.